Yeah.
Okay. This is the Southwick Economic Development Commission meeting of October 19th, 2022. It's a little after 6:05 p.m. We're just starting with changes in business developments in town. Small Business Saturday is Saturday, November 26th, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. One business that we distributed some material to last year, IBS, made copies of the material, and they've got them scattered in several places in their store.
Oh, that's
It
nice.
says shop small, shop local, shop Southwick.
Oh, nice.
So
that's
it's just
great.
cute to see.
Nice. You
Good
saw
for
it?
him.
Been there all
Oh,
year
that's
long.
good.
Yeah, we were at IBS again today. We, been there periodically for something. The property at 42 Depot Street, which is the future condo project, 100
yes,
condo
yes.
units. On Realtor.com, it's listed as contingent. So apparently they must have an offer or something on it for how much or who
They were
or
asking
anything
for
else.
a couple million, weren't they?
2.2 million.
Yeah, and typically you won't know with a property until it's
Right,
closed.
until it closes. Right. That's why,
Hi there.
Sorry, what?
hi, yeah.
Hi.
That's the reason why I looked for the deed this morning, because I had heard that the Methodist Church closing was yesterday, but it turned out to be this morning. So that would be good if somebody starts developing Depot
Right.
Street. They've gotten all the approvals, they went through the planning board and conservation and everybody else. The master plan subcommittee held their 2 outreach sessions last Thursday and last Saturday to conduct their SWOT, which is opportunities and developments and advantages in all of the town. And they said that they'll be putting it on the town website. This is the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission. So we'll see when that comes up. There is a special town meeting on November 15th, and apparently there are only 2 warrants items on there. One is to create a municipal utility district, and the reason for that is so that they could bring a company in to offer internet access as competition to the current vendor. It wouldn't replace the current vendor, but it would offer a different product, maybe higher speed, lower price.
And they're thinking of doing the Westfield, right?
Whip City.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Because Whip City, if you go on their website, they're offering a gigabyte for $69.95
I
a
have to
month.
tell you, they're wonderful.
That's
We have
what I've
them-
heard.
We have them up in Otis, and they are phenomenal.
Are they?
It's phenomenal.
I live in Westfield. I don't have it because it's something about the bundling thing. I don't know. But
And I think for some reason it's really odd. There are certain places that you can't access
Right,
it in Westfield,
right,
which
yeah.
Because
is
they're doing one area
correct.
at a time.
Correct.
So apparently they had put out some kind of survey 3 or 4 years ago asking if people were interested. So then they started developing it in the neighborhoods where 60 or 70 or 80% of people said, yeah, I'd be interested in this product, which makes sense.
right.
But apparently they're continuing on so they can cover all of Westfield eventually.
Yeah.
Because here, if you look up at the country club, the new houses up there, people want high speed, and they don't want to pay an astronomical sum for a slower speed. They're saying gigabyte for 69 versus 300 or 400 megabyte for $85 plus rent your modem and all this stuff unless you buy your own. So people
I
are
have my own
interested.
personal. I'm actually waiting for them. They came out, and I want to say since December they've switched my modem out 3 times. They finally put a new line in from the box across the street to my house, but never connected it to my house.
Oh.
So then I had to call them to come back and connect it to my house. Then we realized, because of the water moratorium, when we had turned on our sprinkler system, they had cut my sprinkler line. I've been fighting them for 3 months to get somebody out to come look at it. And now I've got to drain my sprinkler
Right,
system for the
yeah.
winter.
Right.
So I'm just gonna have Down Under come and I'll pay him. He's like, Amber, you gotta pay me though, because I'll never get it from them. I'm like, I know, I'll take care of it.
He's a good guy.
Eric
is
That's
a great
who-
guy.
who
They are
we use,
great.
yeah.
They're
He's a great guy.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
They're
He's a great guy.
phenomenal.
So as I say, there's the two things on the special town meeting agenda. The second item is the Wally TIF.
Right.
And as I say, if you watch the YouTube video, which I did this afternoon, there's about 5 minutes of the selectmen's meeting on the TIF. And there's the article in today's Westfield News. So apparently the first year, it's a 10-year period, apparently the first years you pay 10% of the tax, and then each year you pay a little more, and then after 10 years, they're paying the full freight. In the meantime, they're paying on the current assessment, which is just raw land, so it's almost nothing. And of course, Russ had mentioned at the last meeting that as far as he knew, the state wasn't kicking anything in, but somehow the state has to approve it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said the only thing the town was getting was the savings in real estate tax and personal property tax on this new building, that they would slowly get more of the real
As the
estate
building
tax,
goes
and
up,
then
yeah.
after
Right,
10
and as the
years,
bill,
they
I mean, I
get the
think
whole
once the
thing.
foundation's
Right.
put in, it's considered, right,
Yeah.
I would think so.
according to
So
that lie I sold.
depending on how much the building cost and how much the equipment cost, etc. I dug through the town website, and in the past, they've had TIFs. B&E Tool Company, which is on Hudson Drive, they got a 10-year TIF back in 1996. Wally Computer, when they built their current facility, got a 10-year TIF in 98. And Westfield Gauge, which I believe is the one on College Highway up near the Westfield line,
Yes.
a brick building.
Yep.
They got a,
Okay.
I think
it's
so.
a factory, it's
The
a
little-
machine shop.
So when you go straight
mean
down
the-
College on the left-hand
You
side
mean the
there.
tool and die shop?
Yeah,
Whip
it's either
City?
that one or it's one on Hudson Drive, because there's,
Oh, I
a
think
number
it's
of
on
these.
Hudson Drive.
That was an 11-year one, and that, the town gave them that in 1999.
Huh.
So it's been a long time since they've
Utilized
given
it,
out any
yeah.
TIFs.
Okay.
And then that goes for a vote?
It has to come to a town meeting vote,
Okay.
which will be at the special town
see.
meeting on November 15th. Typically, special town meetings, especially if they're separated from the annual town meeting, you're lucky if 30 people are in the room. It'll be held at the high school. I think it's the high school auditorium. I can't remember, if it's the auditorium of the gymnasium. But there should be something in the paper soon on that.
Does it, I know I saw something on, do you remember what the time is of that meeting?
I believe it's at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And in terms of, also in terms of Small Business Saturday, there was one article in the Penny Saver about a week or 2 weeks ago, just a generic article saying Southwick is encouraging people to
I saw that.
visit small businesses, etc.
Yes.
Hey.
My sister saw it. She's a stream. It was in the Westfield paper. There was-
Yeah.
on the second page.
I'll take whatever free,
Yeah, no, that was nice.
free advertising we can get
I said, oh, good. I saw
when it comes
that.
to that kind of stuff. So what else is happening in town?
I don't have anything new going
I don't
on.
either.
Looks like they're trying to open the dentist's office down there. There's more work going on, but at the old bank. But I haven't really seen it.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
any
yeah.
action on that. I knew there had been a dumpster behind the building, so obviously they were doing some construction work inside, but I haven't seen anything else. And supposedly, I haven't gone up there enough times to be sure, the 800 College Highway, the medical building next to
Yes.
Southwick
There's
Village.
somebody in there now. Yeah.
Right. And it's,
Jordan Health Center or
right,
something.
it's something above a nurse practitioner, but less than an MD. someone who's got a doctor in nursing. And I'm not quite sure exactly what that person can do.
Not a physician's assistant, but a doctor.
No, not a
Huh,
PA.
Interesting.
The head person is a person with a doctor in nursing.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know
It
if they
just-
could operate, yeah.
It just, the medical industry created all these APRNs
Oh, I know,
and
I know,
PAs
I
and
know,
NPs
I
and all
know.
these things in the last 10 or 20 years. So I'm not sure.
Can they prescribe medicine? You know.
I assume
Yeah.
so. I don't know. If you go on their website, they seem to specialize in everything.
Okay.
I mean, it lists like 10 or 15
right.
different specialties.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is interesting.
But at least, I look at it from the perspective of getting somebody in
Care,
a building.
yes,
At
right.
least,
It's a good thing.
there's some kind of business there.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you're dealing with 2,600 or 3,000 square feet of an empty building.
Right. And what's going on with Krabby Joe's? Or
Yeah.
So, well, he's gotten his approvals other than the state approval to put in a marina. He's gotten all the town approvals so he can operate the bar and restaurant and all that kind of stuff. Supposedly he's had painters in there and people fixing up the inside. But if you drive by, I haven't seen any change. I've seen some equipment outside, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen any final product.
I was gonna ask that same question. And Brass Rail, is that open for like brunch?
It's open for, apparently for, according to their website, open for brunch on Sundays. They're open for banquets and things, and they seem to have some kind of craft fairs on, I think on Friday afternoons or something, and
I haven't
whatever.
been to the other restaurant. What is it, Lifestyle 101? Have you been there?
I
You
haven't been there.
no, I haven't been there.
No. No.
And then, of course, this is the owner
Jen.
of Nora's,
Right.
Jen.
But Nora's is not Nora's. Nora's is now.
Bar Stop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bar Shop?
Yeah, I haven't been there either.
I haven't.
I've been in there.
Oh, you have?
With a couple of my girlfriends, they brought me in there. Nice, but I don't know how you can
They don't have
function
any food,
without
right?
food in there. No, there's no food.
There's no food at all?
No.
Then what do you do there?
It's
It's
cocktails,
a drink. It's cocktails
but it's a
and
lot of
coffees
coffees.
and stuff. Yeah.
Like
But no food.
no food, and they have like a little gift area.
Gift shop. Yeah,
right?
like a little gift area.
Where the dining area used to be.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
But I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, her parking lot is tiny. That's
Mhm.
always been an issue.
And they're limited
Parking.
hours,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, there are. There are limited hours.
And did I see Saunders Marina for sale?
I haven't seen
I
that.
don't think so.
What you may have seen for sale for $1.5 or $2 million or whatever the number is where the launch is on the upper floor and then down below it
Oh yeah.
is
yeah.
Congamon Pizza. That real estate's for sale.
Okay, I thought
That's
I
what
it's
might
for
have
sale.
saw it on the real estate listing.
That might have
Right.
sold. I don't know.
I don't know. It had been for
Yeah.
sale for a couple of months
Yeah.
Hmm.
because it's at something like 2 or 3 acres.
Right.
Prime spot right on the lake, et cetera, et cetera. That was being listed by List Real Estate.
Yes. And then wasn't there a place, a growing facility for cannabis or something that was?
It was approved, but they haven't done anything.
Hadn't done anything.
Because I checked with the town planner today, he said nothing's happened. And that was down in the 100 block of College Highway, in the first half a mile or mile. They were talking about building a building and they were going to grow all their stuff inside.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it wasn't going to be retail, it was going to be, growing,
Yeah,
not
growing. Yeah.
selling to the public.
And then I saw the gentleman who has the pumpkin farm. He retired, so he didn't do the pumpkin. He didn't do any of his activities this year.
Oh.
He
Mr. Braska?
Is that
Does he normally
pumpkin-
do something?
He used to always sell his pumpkins, and he used to do
Oh.
hay rides back in the day, and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
He was-
Pumpkin Valley, I think
Yeah.
they call himself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he used to sell corn in the summer.
Yeah.
Right.
I think,
And then
I think that's John
pumpkins.
Wally's property. I'm not sure.
No,
He's older, Mr. Broska. He's way
Mhm.
up there.
he still drives buses.
Does
too.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice guy.
So, anything else going on in town?
No, but I was going to say that property for the condos. So it says there was an offer date of 6/02/22.
Okay.
It was an off-market date of 7/09. The anticipated sale date is 11/30.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
it should be by the end of next month, hopefully. Although we all know that doesn't always happen.
Right. Well, especially with interest rates, in terms of financing and stuff
Yeah,
Going up
well,
and
if they had,
up.
yeah, but they probably locked in back then, and they probably have a builder, a different,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see, because the way they were marketing it, it was saying, well, you could have condos, or you could keep some of the condos and rent some of the units. I mean, it was throwing out all sorts of possibilities.
Yeah.
So I don't know what a potential buyer will actually do. But I think if they try turning it into apartments and renting them out, they'll probably get protests from their next door neighbors and the other condos.
Maybe.
Which I don't know how those are. I think those are pretty old. After keeping them up, I don't go through there.
Well,
South,
which-
is it
I
Southwoods?
just,
what's it-
Southview, on Southview
Southview.
No,
Drive.
this isn't Southview. This is the other one.
Oh, the ones deep. Oh, up on the hill.
The ones that are
Southview?
350 or
Southview?
400,000
They're
apiece.
adorable.
Yeah,
They are cute.
They
in there.
are.
My
Pretty
sister was
nice.
gonna buy one.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! One of my
Are they
clients.
nice
I just
still?
sold one of my clients. Yeah, it's just. I kept looking at her and I'm going, if you don't buy it, I might. I'm like, they're so.
They're nice.
They're so nice inside. They're so adorable. They're like well built. They're, decent
Yeah,
rooms,
yeah.
higher ceilings. They do a
And they're
good job
in a
in
different price range.
there.
They're in a different price range. They're not 350 or 400,000.
Right. They're right. They're a little bit lower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good.